Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson and I'm back again today with another 9 trades. Today's date is October the 22nd. Now this is late in the afternoon on the Friday, whereas I did the trading early this morning around 6:30, 7 o'clock, 7:15. I actually went with the wife for a 3-day very short vacation and combination work. She had to do some work for her company, so it was a fantastic trip. Very close to Lake Huron, one of the 5 Great Lakes, Lake Huron. So it was today, the Friday actually, when I finished doing the trading, we went and done some sightseeing. But I only managed to trade the one day. I missed Wednesday and Thursday. Some difficulties at the so-called resort where we're staying with the internet. Wasn't the greatest, but managed to do some trading this morning, and this is my first chance to do this video for YouTube, as I finally made it home, so I'm able to do this video. Anyhow, there's 9 trades. Got in, as I said, early in the morning. It looks like I'm around 10, between 9 and 10:20. I closed out the trades. I'm also using my new Super Trader trading system. Love it. Makes my trading easy and a lot of fun. So now, just to remind you, this, as I said, it's October the 22nd, and hopefully everyone who's on my email list, you're getting this email every day, my daily trade plan. It's attached to it, and with probably around 30 instruments, well over the 20 instruments. And I drill down the lights all the way from the monthly, saying whether we should be buying and or selling, with lots of in-depth detail exactly how to trade it. Remember, this is free for 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks of October, and on November the 1st, if you wish to continue, it'll be $100 per month. And a lot of these, doing one trade, you can easily get $100 or more dollars. It really depends on the lot size that you're doing, of course. Now, of course, the ones that you should focus on, I call them workhorses. These are the Forex pairs, and these are the futures and instruments, the other 8. Be very careful on the DAX 30 and the NASDAQ. Just as easy as you can make a lot, you can also lose a lot. Now, if you want to see how to use a daily trade plan, there's 6 videos here up on my cloud. Just click on it and watch the videos. If you're not on my email list as you're watching this video, quite simple. Just send me an email saying please put me on the list for the free daily trade plan. Okay, it's time to move on to the trades. Of course, if you have any questions on this, just get in contact with me. So here we go. And remember, my daily goal is to get 100 pips. And lately I've been getting more than 200 pips. And this is definitely well over 200 pips today. So it's a fantastic way to end the week. So the market is closed now for the weekend, but at least I can still do the video. So remember, I drilled down the lights, which is what I highly recommend you to do. And if you don't know how to do it properly, well, just follow my daily trade plan. But anyhow, from the daily all the way down, Once I make a decision whether I'm buying or selling, I'll put in an arrow. So on this first trade, the pound CAD, it was suggesting down, but keep in mind that it may hit very strong support, and that's as far as it'll go. But it could have easily dropped 50 or 100 pips more. The market is very random, and you just don't know. So I took the trade hoping it was going to break the bottom and keep going. But after a couple hours, 2 or 3 hours, I decided to close the trade. Went against me 5 pips. Closed the trade with 7 pips. And those 7 pips on the pound CAD trade paid $567. So let's move on to the next trade, which is the pound Aussie. Another one I sold here. Again, this one wouldn't break support either. So what can you do? Everything at the time was screaming to sell. Did qualify for a great way to trade. Higher time frames was telling me to sell. But if it's not going to break the bottom, well, close out the trade before you turn a winning trade into a losing trade. Ended up locking in, looks like, let's go with 8 pips. And 8 pips on the pound Aussie paid $599. Okay, let's try this futures, the NASDAQ. Remember, the NASDAQ pays $20 a pip, a lot more than the pound pairs. NASDAQ, let's see, bought it. And this is a very good reason why you got to keep an eye on some of these futures pair, because if I was not paying attention, I would have lost quite a bit here. But the higher time frames was saying to buy, everything looked good, and guess what? This is what happens. So if you're reading my daily trade plan, you know, as much as it really looks like it should go up, well, stuff like this happens, especially at the opening bell, which is right here, by the way, 9:30 a.m. New York time. So I decided to close out the trade while I was up some pips. And it looks like 6 pips, not too much. 5 or 6, wait a second, get this right. Yeah, about 5 pips. So 5 pips on the NASDAQ paid $1,040. So as you can see, if I was not paying attention, I would have lost a lot of money here. So be careful. I was actually sitting right in front of the computer, keeping an eye on it. So next trade. Let's see what's happening here. Pound yen. There's the arrow. Red boxes, higher time frames, the system did qualify for a great way to trade. Everything was screaming to sell. So took the trade at this cursor. Could have made a lot more, but I was out of town and had to pack up and go sightseeing. Let's see. Ended up with 27 pips, and those 27 pips on the pound yen paid $2,373. Moving right along to crude oil. Let's see this one. I bought it. There's the arrow. If I could have stuck around much longer, I would have made really good payout, but like I said, had to you know, clear the room by 11 a.m. So that's why I closed out the trades and left the resort. So as I said, higher time frame said to buy. Blue boxes, qualified for a great way to trade. Followed all the rules. ended up closing out right at this point, looks like with about, well, 24 pips, and 24 pips on oil paid $2,400. Okay, moving on to the next trade, pound Swiss. This one I sold everything, system and the red boxes, higher time frame. Now the most important thing is when you drill down the lights and you're going in the direction of the higher time frames, it makes your trading much, much easier to do. Let's see where I got in at. Pound Swiss, let's see. Did qualify for a great way to trade, as I teach within the training videos. Looks like I ended up closing it out at here, this location at this cursor, mainly just because I was happy with the totals. And those 22 pips paid $2,402. Moving on to the next trade, pound New Zealand. There's the arrow. I bought it. Higher time frame suggesting it's going to go up, which is exactly what it did. And did not qualify for a great way to trade, but I was relying on the higher time frames. And when I get that right, I am about 95% sure it's going to give me some pips. So I jumped in at this point. It looks like I closed it out at a pretty good spot. Looks like with, let's see, 42 pips. And those 42 pips on the pound New Zealand paid $2,998. Moving right along to futures, the Dow Jones. Dow Jones, this one only pays $5 a pip. So, nonetheless, still, it can pump out the pips. So let's see, system was saying to buy and did qualify for a great way to trade. The higher time frames was really looking good, but this is exactly what the market does. And this is what freaks out all the kind of like new traders. But once you get to the point of understanding how to trade the flow of the market and the higher time frames, well, this generally doesn't bother you because, and by the way, this is the opening bell, 9:30. So ideally it would have been better to wait till about here, and then as it's going up, get in. But, well, that's just the way it goes. Took the trade here and closed it out being very happy at a very good time. Let's see what that is. 88 pips. And 88 pips on the Dow Jones paid $4,350. Finally, the last futures, gold. Let's see what happened on gold. I bought it, gold. Another perfect example of a great way to trade. The higher time frames was saying to buy. And I'm very glad I closed out because look what happened. Let's see, great way to trade. Everything is perfect. Should have stayed in, but like I said, you know, had other commitments at the resort and I just wanted to grab some pips and I did not want this to happen to me. But anyhow, ended up with 48 pips. Let's see. Well, that's 5,000, so that should be close to 50. Yep. So hard to get the mouse just right, but I looked at the total, so that tells me it's $10 a pip, so 50 pips or ticks. Paid out $5,030. So another great day of trading, a great way to end the week. Just did the math on the pips and ticks and it worked out to being 273. And 273 pips and ticks paid out $21,762. So if your system is not producing on a daily basis like my Super Trader system, I suggest you get your hands on it. And if you want some more information, all you got to do is look right below this video and you'll see this right up, my Super Trader system. I do charge $250 for it. I teach how to trade the flow of the market. What you're seeing is the ups and the downs, and that's the flow of the market. You have to learn and analyze the higher time frames. These are all things you have to master if you want to be a successful trader. Now my system has well over 4 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my system on your MT4 platform. It comes with 5 MT4 templates, 12 custom indicators, and my favorite meter. Included is a lot of PDF books, a lot of Word documents, and I threw in 9 bonus videos. Now there's a lot of ways to trade. I do teach a lot of ways to trade. That's why there's 45 training videos. My number one way, and it's a very high success rate and easy to follow and understand. It's called A Great Way to Trade. Now, I'm not going to read all of this as this video is running a little bit long. Just put it on pause, read everything, and remember, if you get the Super Trader, I'll show you how you can get your hands on this trading simulator, and within 3 or 4 weeks you can do the equivalent of several years of trading the markets. In other words, you can really speed up your learning curve. It's a great app, and it really helped me to lock in a lot more pips. So anyhow, if you have any questions at all you got to do is pick up the phone and call me. Here's my number. I do prefer Skype right here, but first, if it's too far, if you live too far away, just send me an email. But I do prefer Skype. All you got to do is click on this link, and we'll have Skype screen sharing and contact, and through Skype screen sharing I'll give you a free session and answer your questions, give you some tips and tricks, and keep in mind there's no obligation to you. And if you click on this link right here, you'll see 35 screenshots of all the trigger systems I've been building over the years. So I guess that just about wraps up this video and another day of trading and whatnot. And if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So until the next trading day, either Sunday or Monday, good luck with your trading, and remember to keep yourself and your family safe. Okay, bye for now.